From saving someone's life and then losing your own moments later, to your team thinking you died in an explosion, only to reappear alive years later to say a final farewell. These are NCIS's most controversial episodes revealed. NCIS has been going strong for 20 years now. That's a long time. As the 7th longest running scripted US primetime TV series, NCIS spans 20 seasons, 450 episodes, and a handful of spin-off shows. It only makes sense for the beloved series to stir up some controversy from time to time. While the show remains popular among viewers, it hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows in the NCIS universe. Some moments have left fans with a sour taste in their mouths. Today we're going to break down some of the most controversial episodes of NCIS that left us asking, wait, what? The death of a major character is never an easy pill to swallow. And in Twilight, the Season 2 finale episode, fans had to abruptly say goodbye to Special Agent Caitlin "Kate" Todd, played by Sasha Alexander, after she was shot in the head and killed by a sniper, moments after she celebrated saving Gibbs' life by taking a bullet in her vest, a bullet that was meant for him. The celebrations were cut short when Agent Todd was shot, and the other characters on screen seemed just as surprised about what had happened as the viewers themselves must have felt, and blood splatter even sprayed Agent Tony DiNozzo's face. Talk about shock and awe. One Reddit user said, "I had to put down my phone and go take a walk." Agent Todd was awarded a posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom award for saving Gibbs' life, but that would never be enough to make up for the loss on its own. This unexpected and heartbreaking death of a well-loved character was one of the first in the series, and it definitely wouldn't be the last. With so many episodes under its belt, these kinds of tragedies would only continue in the NCIS world, which of course is always a high-stakes, life-and-death environment. Are we surprised? No way! One of the best things about the series, though, is the team's camaraderie. In the Season 5 finale, Judgment Day Part 1, the NCIS team suffered yet another major character's death, when the director of NCIS, Jennifer "Jenny" Shepard, played by Lauren Holly, was killed by 4 assassins during a gunfight in an abandoned diner. Things within the team changed quickly. Director Shepard was the first woman to ever serve as NCIS director, having taken over the job from former director Thomas Morrow. After his resignation following the death of Agent Todd in Season 2, Jenny's death was hard for everyone on the team, but it affected Special Agent Gibbs particularly hard. Did you know that years earlier, Gibbs and director Shepard were romantically involved? When the reason behind the death of director Shepard was shared with the team, Special Agent Gibbs sought revenge on the killer. Following Gibbs' actions, Jenny's replacement as NCIS director, Leon Vance, shocked the team by announcing its disbandment. How could the show go on if the group wasn't going to be working together anymore? For all of this to happen in a season finale, you can imagine how it left some viewers wondering just what the dynamic of the adored group of agents might look like when the show's 6th season picked up. And the loss of NCIS director Jenny Shepard isn't the only one viewers would have to face in the coming seasons. This seems to be a recurring theme in high-action television series, because the death of a character is a fairly standard way for an actor to exit a show. It's an easy way to wrap up a storyline, but it doesn't always go down well with fans. That was proven to be true when actress Cody DePablo's exit came to light. After being a mainstay on the show for 8 years, fans were left heartbroken during the show's Season 13 finale episode titled Family First, when Pablo's beloved character Ziva David is rumored to be dead from an apparent mortar attack by a former CIA agent. Having been a fan favorite because of her fiery demeanor and electric romantic chemistry with Special Agent Tony DiNozzo, it was a surprise to many to learn they'd have to say goodbye. Though Pablo originally said that her leaving the series wasn't planned, during a Q&A 3 years after her departure, DePablo explained the reason she left NCIS, saying, "It was because of political things, and the scripts not being good enough." Her exit didn't sit well with fans, and knowing now that the actress says the scripts weren't entirely up to snuff doesn't soften the blow of the loss, even after all these years. If one character's goodbye in this episode wasn't hard enough, fans were forced to say farewell to 2 characters, with the reveal of a child he shares with Ziva. Agent DiNozzo announces his resignation in the final minutes of the Season 13 finale, not only from the team, but from the NCIS as a whole, bringing an end to another long tenure on the show. Actor Michael Weatherly went on to say that losing the dynamic between Tony and Ziva played a big role in the show after 8 years. Weatherly said, "I miss the on-screen chemistry between the two characters and working with Pablo. Doing the same thing for 8 years must get pretty dull." Can we blame Pablo and Weatherly for wanting to try something new? Much to the surprise of many fans, it's eventually revealed that Ziva David is alive and well, and had gone into hiding. In Daughters, the final episode of Season 16, fans got their first view of Ziva after 4 years, when she reappeared to inform Gibbs that his life might be in danger. It's rare for a beloved character to return after so long, but NCIS allowed her to give viewers a proper farewell. However, her reappearance and second exit didn't sit well with fans. After her initial departure from the series, fans thought they'd get to see a family reunion when Ziva popped back into the NCIS world, but to their disappointment, Tony and his daughter, Tali, who he shares with Ziva, were not in the episode at all. Those hopes were dashed when Ziva said her official goodbyes, and a pair of elevator doors closed, finally bringing a large chapter of the show to an end. After the episode ended, one Twitter user said, "Too bad we didn't get to see Ziva, Tony, and Tali all together. That would have been priceless." Sometimes we don't always get a happy ending, but in the world of NCIS, a character leaving alive is better than a character dying, right? In 20 years on air, the show's dedicated fan base has continued to grow, along with the departure of the characters we all love. Very few shows have achieved the success and number of fans that NCIS has garnered over the past 2 decades. Fans have grown with the characters, but it's never easy to say goodbye. In 2021, TV Line reported that Mark Harmon's character, Leroy Jethro Gibbs, would only appear in Season 19 in a limited way. It was a shock to many, leaving many fans questioning the future of the show. But NCIS certainly didn't struggle with its ratings after Harmon's exit. The series is now in its 20th season and shows no signs of slowing down, even without its leading man. In the build-up to an historic 3-hour multi-series crossover event at the beginning of this year, NCIS actor Wilmer Valderrama had fans pondering the possibility of getting some concrete Gibbs answers. Where did he end up? Is he actually dead? Could he ever come back? In a December 7th Instagram post, Valderrama teased the much-anticipated crossover event, saying, "History will be made." And it seemed like the only way fans might get answers is if they tuned in. Unfortunately, many of the unanswered questions surrounding Gibbs remain unanswered to this day. NCIS showrunner Steve Binder said, "Regarding the future of Gibbs, as longtime fans of the show may have noticed over the year, never count Leroy Jethro Gibbs out. In its 20 years on the air, we've seen a number of characters cycle in and out of the series, but it remains a ratings juggernaut, and fans won't stop watching it anytime soon." While some of the shows within the NCIS universe are coming to an end, NCIS Hawaii was renewed for a 3rd season. And on February 21st, the original series in the franchise was renewed for a 21st season. So it's safe to say that the series has plenty of drama in store for its viewers. There you have it, ladies and gents. From saving someone's life and then losing your own moments later, to your team thinking you died in an explosion. Those were NCIS's most controversial episodes revealed.